Part 3 Introduction to TMT Transcendental Meditation Techniques. Om Namah Shivaya. By completing this course sincerely, I assure you that you would achieve a new dimension to remain always healthy, happy, joyful, good hearted, and a mind which would be heavenly, divine at all times. First of all, before we start, let me introduce myself and a bit about my experience and background. I had met my great guru, Mata Amritanandamai Devi, or popularly known around the world as the Hugging Saint, about 30 years back. But God initiated by her into the mantra about 27 years back. Initially, she solved all my problems and painful melancholies in my life and was awarded a clean slate. Since then, I have been practicing pranic yoga, pranayama, mantra japa, and deep transcendental meditation techniques, which I developed on my own, TMT. My passion and interest in spirituality evolved much before meeting my guru and had read a lot on the subject of spirituality and man's pathetic plight in this world, distancing himself from God, groping in the dark to find true happiness. I have read all the works of my great Guru Amma, Mother, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, the great Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Yogananda's works, and even the Bible. Also many other books on yoga and pranayama, etc. The same may happen to you too if you choose a true realized master, a divine soul like my Guru. God sent, this is what I was going to teach after all. Something which I was very keen about and had been passionately practicing and perceiving for the last 3 decades, thanks to my great Guru. Be assured that most of the techniques of pranayama and meditation, I have got it out of insight when in the deep contemplation of the Paramatma or the soul, even referred to as a subconscious mind at times. The answers were somehow made aware to me by my guru during meditation. Believe me, after trying out many methods of meditation, pranayama, etc., I devised my own methods for a perfect health, clean breathing, pure divine mind, and success in anything I wanted to do if I wished for it. Thus, it is best practiced in the early hours of the morning, preferably outdoors with a mild breeze and a pleasant climate, and surely a very silent environment. If not, in your quiet room would do. Even though with practice of this yoga course, there will be anxious moments of despair and turmoil of worldly life over time. Don't worry, as said, it is all just Maya, an illusion only, and it will ultimately get solved depending upon the intensity of your prayers and practice. At times, going through various struggles in this world, always have faith that your God or Guru will ultimately solve it all for you. If you have an intense inclination and faith towards God or your Guru, also you need strong, intense prayers to remove the negativities in your body and ultimately your life itself. Prayer and singing the praises of the Lord is just a great energy force and mysteriously linked to the positive energy in our body and thus leads to the ultimate changes in the golden aura around us. It is necessary to understand that the nature around us, the cosmos and pranic power empowering you, the Almighty Spirit, or the so-called as God by us humans, and ultimately you, that is the true real you or the self, are all interrelated, correlated, and interconnected. Thus everything ultimately culminates into just the one, the all-pervading Paramatma or the universal ultimate supreme spirit. which seems so abstruse and unfathomable for us ordinary humans, who have yet to develop the rest of the 80% untapped and underdeveloped and forgotten so-called super powerful brain, by which means you will discover your true mind and soul by the aid of pranayama and meditation at the highest level, which I will try my best to teach you here. A lot is being done in the scientific world of the West in unlocking the powers of the brain. Magnetic brain stimulation is just one potential way of unlocking this hidden potential. Another way is to do it chemically, which all causes great harm. All this is looking the wrong way. Only the most natural methods I teach will work very well for you. We use only 10 to 20% of our brain. The rest 80 to 90% is waiting to be developed. What is it given to us for? And what is its use? And how do we tap into it? What are its powers, etc., are all unexplained by simple, man-made, physical level science, or so-called as a materialistic science, which has been developed by us humans perhaps just 500 years back. But the Vedas, the Puranas, and yogic practices are existing over thousands of years before itself, and no record of it all being developed or found out by any one person. The oldest sacred book of the Indians, not the Hindus of course, as that religion came about from Sanatana Dharma, the perfect art of living, is called as the Vedas. They describe it all in its splendor and in details by the 4 volumes Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. However, most of it is lost now, as stolen and plundered and burned down by many foreign invaders. A small part of it, as Rig Veda, still exists from where we learn of it all now. Mind you, there is no known author for these epics. The yogis claim by insight that they are presented to us by God itself. Only God knows that. That is where the great yogis and siddhas of the Himalayas have been able to tap and discover. Miracles are a child's play to them. It is said in the Vedas that there are 18 supernatural mystic powers to master before we become the true realized soul, or called as a siddhar. But we as humans don't even have a single one developed. This is where I would like to adventure into by way of yoga of the mind and spirit. Each one need not follow everything the same way as I have realized and am teaching. One can change their methods to what suits them as long as the true nature and the base is the same. Each one has his own comfort zone. For example, meditation, I find it is better to picturize a god or your guru in an enthralling, beautiful Shangri-La-like place out of this world, rather than try to focus on one object, which is a waste of time, and it is like a log of wood in water being pushed down to sink. But all efforts would be futile, isn't it? We need to put some weight onto it. So also we need to picturize a scenario of beauty and enchantment rather than just a figure or a dull object itself, which the mind will refuse to like or accept easily. Thus, by the time you complete this course, and with intense practice and the right attitude, you can easily see the changes in you and the environment around you. You will feel great pleasure in helping others. All in all, you will become a different person and a real good one indeed. Isn't that great? Isn't that what one needs? In this colossal, catastrophically world filled with bloodshed, hatred and enmity, you'll always be healthy and happy, as my Guru always says. There is no heaven elsewhere. It is right here itself. You can make heaven or hell out of your life here itself. We must make at least an effort in this life itself without wasting a moment, and not waste this gift of life given to us. And the ensuing results, I assure you, will be beguiling, exciting, and divine in the true sense. Worth the experience, I assure you.